So tired. Hello again, YouTube land. Sorry if I look like I'm in a bit of a state. Not only am I having a surprisingly flat hair day, although to be fair, my hair is quite pin straight and incredibly thin. I also got woken up at 4 a.m. again by our cat, Tribble. So my trouble with Tribbles is a whole separate thing. It's difficult to stay mad at something that cute waking you up at 4 a.m. It's possible. Difficult. Speaking of things that are cute, our neighbor on the 4th floor, we live in a 6th floor building, relatively bigger building here in Queens. One of our neighbors has a new puppy. From the size, I'd say she's, 7, 8, 9 months old. Chocolate brown, very hyper, very happy, very friendly dog. From the structure of her face, being that I'm not a dog person in the sense that I've never owned a dog, I've never shared a house with a dog full time. From the structure of her face, I'd say she's probably a pit bull. Possibly a mix, but her facial structure to me says pit bull. Now, as a very small child, I had a fear of dogs. All dogs, didn't matter. Just barking in general, because of my sound sensitivity, really bothered me. And as I got older, you see the things that you see, and you hear the things that you hear, and most of the time, it's, animals are great, and having pets can lower your blood pressure and help you de-stress, and owning a dog is a good way to defend your family and your property from burglars, blah, blah, blah. But there are some breeds that you hear about them or you see them and they're portrayed in this really negative light. And I don't understand that, because you can't blame a thing for being what it is. I mean, me blaming a dog for being a dog, no matter the breed, is like someone blaming me for being a human. It's not like I was walking around in a supermarket and said, oh, you know what? I think I'll be human today. That's the only one I haven't tried. It's not like putting on a suit. You can't change what you are. But as I was saying, things that are cute. This puppy, she's adorable, okay? Chocolate brown, like I said, very friendly, very happy. But, she's a puppy. Like all small, newborn, or newish animals, young animals, they get very excited very easily, and they haven't learned yet how humans expect them to behave. And if they don't grow up living with a pack of animals their own breed, they don't know how to behave. They think that barking is okay, that nipping at people is okay, that biting is a way of saying hello. They don't understand what we're trying to get them to do. I saw the same dog the last couple of days, once with its mom and once with its dad, going out for walks. And the dog is always very happy to see me, in part because I'm a new person, and in part because we own a cat, and I'm positive the dog can smell the cat on me. I mean, our cat is a cat. She sheds on everything. But she's so friendly. I mean, the last couple of days I saw her, she got very excited, and I admit, I got nipped in the hand. But it was in fact a nip. I didn't get bitten. I didn't get mauled. I just got a really happy dog getting very close to my hand. And she's not completely aware that she has teeth, let alone that they're really sharp, for someone as fleshy as I am. So I didn't even bother telling the owner, who was very polite. I mean, she was trying to correct the dog's behavior. Just this morning it happened, not half an hour ago. And she held him by I don't know if it's a he or she, but she held the puppy by the harness and said, no, we don't jump up like that. That's not how we say hello. Sit. And she was friendly. She wasn't, being aggressive or mean to the dog. She was just trying to teach the puppy. That's not how you greet people. You have to be calm. You have to be polite to people. I don't know. It is difficult to be mad at something that cute. And, in the long run, I remind myself you can't blame a thing for being what it is. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm rubbing at my face. I have the worst headache imaginable today because it's the third day in a row Tribble woke me up 3 to 4 in the morning. You can't blame a thing for being what it is. So, I was given the same media biased prejudices against certain dog breeds that most people are. Rottweilers, Dobermans, Pit Bulls. They're treated in this light, like because of how they're built, because of how they've been bred by humans, they're inherently aggressive, or they're inherently evil, or they're only owned by vicious people. Well, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous because, in and of itself, humanity's involvement is where the aggression comes in. Because, like all animals, yes, dogs can be territorial. Yes, they can be aggressive. But you know what? Excuse me. Animals like dogs and cats and birds, things that have the ability to physically fight back and defend themselves, as opposed to, say, marine life, which fight in a different way, they do it out of necessity. Aggression is a response to threat. Humans are the only species that is aggressive without provocation, or without justified provocation. Humans are the only ones that, for no reason, can turn around and bitch slap the crap out of somebody and just go, and walk away like it never happened. So when you stop and you say that a breed is specifically aggressive or dangerous or violent, no, it's not. It is what you made it. Humans bred certain breeds specifically to encourage the development and progression of bone structure, height, weight, capability, aggressive tendencies, manageability of their fur. We're the ones who do that to them. It's the same with cats. It is. They're bred for certain traits, which is ridiculous because if you did that with humans, oh my God, the mayhem. There'd be an uprising like you couldn't understand. Although in some ways, it has happened. I mean, eugenics did happen. I'm sure there were breeding programs in the Nazi regime. But they're looked down on. They're legitimately looked down on for very justified reasons. And yet when it's a species that won't fight back the same way we fight, it's perfectly okay to do. And then blame them for what we do. What? Talk about the epitome of asinine. I don't know. As I said, I've never lived with a dog full time. I've just never met a dog that I ended up sharing a home with. I have absolutely nothing against dogs now that I'm older, now that I understand they're just being themselves. My personality is just naturally more feline. But I've met plenty of dogs. I know, like I said, the puppy downstairs. She's not afraid of me. I'm bigger than her, but she doesn't act afraid of me. She acts like, hey, who are you? Can I smell you? What do you like? What do you have? What do you do? She just wants to say hi and play, There are people who champion those kinds of breeds, and that's good. To a point. You can't argue with the fact that certain breeds are aggressive. But again, how you encourage that behavior goes a lot farther towards the animal doing something you don't want it to than its natural inclination to be that way. You know? I don't know. I'm usually a lot better at wording things than this. This headache is really fracking up my day, I'll tell you that right now. Okay. And without my glasses, I've managed to not realize how long I've been talking. I apologize. I'm going to stop talking now. But the basic point is, you cannot justifiably be mad at something for being what it is. Especially when they're young. Young kittens are going to bite. Young dogs are going to scratch and nip at people. They haven't had enough life experience to understand you don't want them to do that. They don't realize yet how they're supposed to behave as would make you happy, which is really all the animal ever wants to do. Be happy, be loved, play, and be fed. And this puppy is very happy. She's obviously well cared for. So I'm not mad if she nips at me. She's excited. And I'm excited to meet her. I think she will be a very nice dog. Have a nice Friday.